everybody, and welcome to Real Addicted Outdoors. Today I wanted to show you about redoing, rebuilding, renovating an old fishing cart. This is what we've got. It's an Angler's Fishing Mate surf cart, or surf and pier cart. It was given to me by a family member who got it from someone else. Just hand me down several times, but the guy that had it was apparently putting air in the tire, and the original tires had plastic wheels, and he ended up the wheel blew up and actually hurt him. But at that point, instead of fixing it, he just decided he didn't use it enough and gave it to my family member, and he asked if I wanted it, and I said absolutely. So as you can see, it's had some wear and tear. It's been used some, it's got some age on it. I do like this guy added this almost like PVC pegboard to the bottom of it. That's kind of a nice little addition to give it a bottom. The axle's been taken off of it. All these little caps need to be replaced, but it's just a simple cart that needs to be fixed up. So to fix it up, this is what these are the parts I have. When I got the cart, it didn't have the pins to hold the foot in place or the handle in place, so I got more of those. They're stainless steel, so the salt water won't eat them up. Got a new 28-inch tape measure to go on it. All these replacement covers, so they'll look all nice and clean and pretty. And then the parts kit, because the axle bolts were rusted and worn, and so that was mainly the reason I bought the parts kit, is just to get the axle bolts. Wasn't sure how easy it'd be to find otherwise, especially in stainless steel. So went ahead and got those. I also went ahead and ordered another axle. This is a 29.5-inch axle. The one that was originally on it was 27.5, and I want to use front lawnmower tires for my tires, so that it doesn't sink in the sand. It's got enough base just to make it easier to pull. So I got the 29.5-inch axle. I'm going to have to find spacers to go behind the wheels, because I was hoping the spacing between the insides would be wider, but they were not. They're the exact same. So I'm gonna have to get a spacer to put in here, because I want to push the tires out an inch or so they don't rub the side of the cart. Plus I want to make sure I've got clearance, because this is probably going to end up riding on my hitch hand that goes on the back of my truck or our SUV when I need to take it places. I'm hoping that the extra room between the tires will make it fit onto the hitch hand a little better, where you just sit down and I can strap it down. So we're going to get started on freshening this thing up, making it look like new. I don't have the tires as of yet. I've got some, but they're dry rotted, not holding air very well, and I'm gonna go ahead and get new ones. That way, I mean, if I keep it in the shed, they'll last forever. Not like this thing's gonna be pulled behind a truck or hold a lot of weight, so I'm gonna go ahead and get new tires on it. They'll last forever if they're kept out of the sun and the weather. So we gotta go tonight and get those. Other than that, we're gonna go ahead and fix this thing up. Let's get it done. Oh, and I should have said, all these parts I found on rodrack.com. They're the makers of the Angler's Fish Mate, and they had all kinds of replacement parts for this, even beyond what the things I cared to fix. But these are just the simple things that I wanted to use to freshen it up. I said they're not sponsoring this or anything. I just got all this stuff, but I figured I'd shout them out. But they had everything, which makes sense since they make them. But that's where all the parts came from if you have a cart like this you'd like to refresh. We're going to start with the easy part. I guess it's all pretty easy, but we're going to replace these caps. Probably the most simple thing to make it look fresh and new. Just to give it nice, clean black tops. And this one I replaced earlier just to make sure it was going to be easy enough to do. They weren't stuck on or something like that. And they're pretty simple. Just line them up, press them on. Dadgum mosquitoes. I got a little something for them mosquitoes. I have I think that one got it. Yeah, there we go. That'll help keep them away. Put the axle on. Got a tape measure so I can center this thing up. Let's get the axle kind of put in place first. And all we have to hold on the axle is some little U-bolts. Pretty simple, just drop them in, clamp the axle in. That other one went in a lot easier than this one did. There it goes. Alright, and let's get it here. So, the parts kit is right here. It comes with the U-bolts, which we just put on there. These little clips to hold the wheels on, which I don't think we're going to use those. I think we're going to use the hairpin clips I have. like these. That way if I need to remove the tires quick, just a quick pull of the pin, they come off. If I need to take it off to take it somewhere, comes with axle washers, the nuts for the axles, or the nuts to hold the axles on, and then 2 little screws and washers to hold, or 2 little screws right here to hold your D-clips, to make sure, just to make sure they don't fall off, because they can fall off and get lost. That way they're kept together. And you may hear in the background, this is quickly becoming my favorite time of the year. High school football's going on. That means hunting season and cooler weather is right around the corner. Tape measure, we'll just measure to the side, make sure it's the same on both sides. Oh, that was a lucky guess, an 1.25 inches. Be a 7/16. Go ahead and put our axle washers on here, so we know where they're at when we get our wheels. And put our hairpin clip in there. Fit perfect. Alright, so I've got a little bit of 180 grit sandpaper. Where the old ruler was kind of rough and still on there, so you hit a little sandpaper so that the new one will stick better, and then we'll stick it on. See, this is what it was looking like. This is what it looks like with the sandpaper. So it's coming right off, and give it a little bit of a little rougher finish for it to stick better too. So let's keep on going. Got just a little bit more to go. So we got all that off. Nice and clean. We'll stick the new one on. So there we go. Now let's hold our fish up to the side because we're gonna catch a ton of them. But we can hold our fish up to the side, make sure we're within the slot, over the limit, whichever the case may be. Nice, clean. Looks good. So, in bringing this thing up to where I want it, making it what I want, I opted to go with one of the cart liners. We have a little collapsible wagon we've used a lot, and in between GoPro cameras and little parts of fishing stuff and beach stuff for my son, a wagon is really nice to have. So I wanted the liner so I had the sides closed in. I can drop little things in the bottom and not have to worry about them falling out or make sure they don't fall out while I'm taking everything back to the car. So I opted for the liner. This just drops in. And Velcro's on. We'll cover up part of our fishing tape measure, but hopefully it won't cause too much headache. Fix it because this part I didn't do exactly right. Well, I may just be able to spin it around. There we go. All right. So this is our little kickstand and our D-clip. That's it. A handle and another D-clip. There you go. And I know I may have to adjust the height of the handle and the kickstand whenever I get the tires on there, see what it looks like. But for now, I think that's it. I will get something, some cable. I'll probably use some heavy fishing line, and so I can tie these off, or tie the little D-clips off to the screws. That way they don't get lost. But other than that, this thing's almost done. All I gotta do is get some wheels, and we'll have us it'll feel like a brand new fishing cart. It's gonna be nice not having to tote all my stuff and all my fishing rods by hand. Stick my cooler and my fishing bucket in it. All my rods, rod holders. Man, it's gonna be like living a life of luxury right here. So let's go get the wheels and tires. Lowe's has got them to fit a 5/8 inch. Lowe's has them to fit a 5/8 inch axle. So we're gonna go grab some of those. I knew it was probably gonna be dark by the time I got back, so I wanted to go ahead and knock this part out where you can see it in the camera light. And once we get the tires and wheels on it, I'll show you what it looks like then. Well, we went to one Lowe's. They had one of the tires I need, so I'm at another one. Go see if this one's got one. That's the one we need. And look, that one's even reduced. Heck yeah. Open package. Even better. Alright, so we got the wheels. It's getting dark. Hopefully you can see. We got the wheels and tires. And this had these. I wanted these because they have the universal fit. You got bushings for 5/8 and 3/4 inch axles. So should be able to make something work. Make it fit. So there she is. We'll get her in the light in just a minute. She's all fixed up. Looking a little better now. Now she got tires on her. Nice and light. Oh yeah. Little kickstands the right height. Oh yeah, that thing pulls good. Now we just gotta take it to the beach, try it out. That trip should be soon. Yeah, I'm glad to have that. I said, the guy, I just happened to get it because of an incident. Not saying anything bad about the company. I was a little questionable about the fact that the original wheels were plastic. But I mean, this thing is obviously set outside, so it's aged, and I don't have a clue how much pressure the guy had in the wheels. I mean, between the just sun deteriorate or the plastic deteriorating in the wheels and the amount of pressure the guy had, somehow the wheel blew up, and the guy had gotten hurt, then just didn't care to fix it. So I ended up with it, and I put, after tires, I think about $120 into it. But these carts, they're like $250, $270 new. So I still came out to the good. And I've got a really nice cart to use now at the beach. So we'll see how she does. Thank you for watching.